Hi, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your bridges. So when you lay down on your back, you want your feet to be roughly hip distance apart with your heels in line with your sit bones. And the best way to measure that distance is if you bring your legs up into a tabletop position, so that 90-degree angle, and then keep that shape and drop it down. You can have the feet closer in, especially in things like yoga. They grab the heels and stuff like that. Those sort of movements, though, when they're closer, it forces you into more of a back bend and your thighs are working a little bit more too. If you're wanting just hamstring and glute strength, um, then we try and keep this angle and start in a neutral spine. So you have your hip bones in line with pubic bone with a little arch under your back to begin with. Then we imprint from here. You tuck your tailbone under, push your lower back into the ground, begin to peel up one vertebrae at a time. And usually what people do is they'll try and get more height by overarching and dumping into the lower back. Once again, no movement is wrong, but if you're wanting to get the most out of your hamstrings, tuck your tailbone under, push your pubic bone towards your face, and you'll feel your hamstrings switch on and spice up pretty quickly. And then rolling back down one vertebra at a time, so middle back, lower back, returning to that neutral. You don't have to do the articulation of the spine up and down. That is amazing for the spine though, and you'll still get the glute and the hamstring workout. However, if you just want to focus on the legs and the glutes, then you can go straight up. As long as you're doing that little pelvic tilt at the top, trying to flatten out through the lower back, pulling the belly in, and then returning back to your neutral, then that's still perfectly fine. And then keeping that little hold at the top, little pulses, also helps spice it up. And then you can come into single leg and whichever, but you always think of that same form with the little tuck, squeezing into your glutes, pelvic floor, belly, and you'll definitely feel the difference in just raising your hips up and down without any mindfulness. Let me know how you go.